Hi folks, it's Aidan CryptoBirb's speaking. Welcome to today's Friday webinar. Today is going to be a special episode because I'm going to teach you my private trading system glimpse with a little bit of a short story, short intro for how it works, that it's actually made me $500,000 in profit over just 2 months. If you're ready to hear this and more and learn how it goes, make sure to stay tuned. We are going there right in a second. Welcome, everybody. This is Adrian CryptoBirb speaking straight from my beautiful studio office right for you to teach you how I made two actually very good trades and among lots of losses. However, because I keep my losses short following my private trend following breakout system that is called Burbicator Pro, I was able to make all back for all the tiny losses. Those are frequent, yet they are kept small. And easily I was able to pull off like it's nothing, basically snap of a finger, half a mil plus, in just 2 months, right? So this is possible. This is something that you can get, right? I'm definitely not the smartest person in the room, even I'm fucking alone right now. However, what I'm saying is that I was never the top intelligent guy in the class. I was always kind of like just being, late and trying to catch up behind the class in terms of my results, my exams, and so on. So I'm definitely not sort of like some genius. In fact, I'm a slow learner. And if I did manage to pull off half a mil in 2 months, what will stop you? You are way ahead of the curve already. And if you are ready, well, I want to introduce that without further ado. So let's give it a jump, because we're going to need a couple of resources. We're going to need, well, those special shortened version of the PDF guides that I prepared and recorded, that are free. It's available for you at any time. You can download this at your best convenience. It's hanging on our website, and it's there for you to learn, right? So let's give it a go. However, before we jump on, I want to make a very short disclaimer and announcement that uh, yesterday I dropped a tweet basically saying that, checking on the temperature of the followers, right? If anyone at all would be interested to seeing me drop a little bit of an opportunity, of a chance later today for opening new prototype, kind of like an experiment, if you will, right? Where I would teach you this very strategy that I'm showing you just a little bit of a corner today, just a little bit of a glimpse. Now, in full, in a proper course, step by step, that is going to be added as a free bonus next to 3 hoodies, right? Because we've dropped 3 hoodies and they are available. And we've dropped a very serious offer for a very limited time. However, before I fully disclose what that is, you're going to be able to get it later today. The early bird offer on the newsletter and our premium members already got the chance, and there is limited time to act. So apparently there's lots of interest. There is lots of interest to hear and get the opportunity, claim the opportunity to learn, enter with those premium extras, those free bonuses. So I'm going to drop it. It's going to happen. And besides, like I said, we've dropped our hoodies. And there are many of those. And boy, they're incredibly good quality. 10 out of 10, I promise. A plus. I was lucky to have those prototypes on, and they look incredible. And we have a couple of different patterns, and they are very, and I mean very limited, right? And by that I do mean so that this is going to be only less than 99 prototypes ever issued, most likely of this pattern, right? Because they are unique, they are supposed to be unique, and I'm going to deliver them to the top 99 loyal members of the Burpness, right? And at an extremely ridiculously lowered price to ease your hardships. I know the situation has been rough with the banks lately, with lots of uncertainty in the market. Post-COVID, post-mortem situation is not easy. We are still hanging off a cliff in terms of the recession ahead, right? People are losing jobs. The inflation is still high. So I do realize that. And I want to answer that in your multiple messages and great feedback and give you this chance. So for a very limited time, for the next couple of days only, I'm going to be able to show off and introduce 99 top loyal members and people who want to learn about this private trading strategy that's made me $500,000. Get the premium hoodie that is available only with a very limited short supply. And their free course, right? And this is all comes with money back guarantee. So without further ado, like I said, let's dive in, right? I'm going to be using my private strategy tutorial as well. That is a little bit backed and reinforced by this free PDF that you can download by entering the Burb Nest /PDF, the Burb Nest /PDF. And this is what's going to come up, right? So this is this actual PDF that I got, we can get this, let's say CryptoBirb at gmail.com, whatever. My name is Adrian. Boom, boom, download. And there it is. Download PDF, right? I'm downloading my PDF. Of course, feel free to go ahead and learn a little bit more about the offer in the meantime. However, this is it. The PDF is here. It's existing, right? So this is a part of the PDF that I did mention about, a couple of days ago on Twitter, and that I did send everyone in DMs, right before it went public under the Burb/PDF. So how to turn absolute worst investment mistakes into a profitable trading strategy in under 30 days, right? So because this paper that I wrote does include the part and fraction about building profitable strategies, well, and all the hardships and all the difficulties that you may meet along the way, this PDF actually includes just a little bit of a chapter. So I'm going to read it out to you slightly, right? So before we go, I want to make 100% sure that that you might want to be aware that I've made incredible amount of mistakes, right? And I do really mean it. I mean, over my career, I basically blew up 4 or 5, if not more, different futures accounts, right? I lost a lot of money. I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars by not realizing the profit that I got, right? Of course, I'm far off in terms of the all-time highs still of my portfolio, which was ridiculously high in the portfolio management perspective, in terms of the exposure, allocation, and so on, way too big before I started loading it off, in the Q4 2021, right? And I was lucky to basically make a couple of different good investments into real estate, into gold, silver, by protecting my capital, exceeding to cash, of course, getting into way more, I would say, undervalued tools and assets at the time. And I was following this strategy. I was following certain steps. I was following technical analysis insights and toolkit that I'm going to help you introduce you, right? So in speaking of many mistakes, you might want to be aware that these are just a couple of those, right? I mean, fighting the Fed, fighting the tape, just like it says here, oversized positions so many times. I'm so guilty of that. Over leveraged margin, right? Fighting the trend, lack of stop loss, boom. Obviously, no trading system, no specific guidelines or rules that I would follow before, right? That lead to complete ruin. Confusing trading strategies, lack of suitable skills, right? I wasn't skilled. Obviously, everybody starts off from zero, basically, right? So you still have a lot of chance to learn and to improve. Cutting winners early and holding on to losers, right? Which is the very opposite of what we should be doing. Following fake gurus, so many scammers out there. Beware, especially impersonators. Falling to get rich fast, right? This is obviously, there is no get rich fast, get rich quick scheme that will really make it happen. If something is too good to be true, it probably is, right? However, what I'm trying to show you is that with consistency and discipline and eliminating all those mistakes, right, all those guilts, then this is where the fun begins. Following the crowd blindly, right? Not keeping track to the news or of the news, lack of proper guidance. I've been there, I've done that. And if you're reading that, if you're watching that, and you can see that some of those mistakes are the ones that you actually made, keep on listening, right? Because this is something for you. So long story short, by realizing those mistakes, by making really happen, those mistakes, allowing them to happen, we expose ourselves to losses. And often when those losses come in the string, right, you lose 5-10 different times, 10 times in a row, well, then this is where it becomes dangerous, because uncontrolled, without proper risk regime control, you're going to basically go broke in no time. Again, snap of a finger, and you're going to basically imagine that you have no money, right? That's what it is. So by exposing yourself in your mind, your body, your soul to losses, you'll naturally process something that is otherwise known as a grief cycle. Okay, and you would proceed across 5 different stages, and those are described in arguably this manner as stage 1 for the denial. Right, at first you meet this cognitive dissonance, as in that this new view that conflicts your previously maintained views, right? That is just causing you this dissonance, this mind fuck, this proper this proper disagreement within yourself. And most of the time, many people keep on living with that, and they keep on living with that for years and for decades. And I know people who never escape the denial, as they still live in disbelief, they still live with cognitive dissonance, having lots of mental discomfort, lots of stress on their shoulders, right? Instead of letting this all turn into anger, right? So anger is a regular part of that, and there is nothing wrong with us being angry, right? It's fine to feel angry, it's fine to feel bad about something, especially after we lose. It's natural. However, if we do manage to get it to the stage 3, which is called bargaining, and we kind of like try, to start processing this information that we've already kind of like got to the point that we have to manage it somehow, right? However, some people may fall into depression if they don't find the right answer, right? So following to depression, of course, is very dangerous, and many people are very depressed, especially after COVID, after losing job, after losing so much money, and now SVB, all those bank collapses, Credit Suisse. This is ridiculously difficult situation, and we are hanging off a cliff as the global economy ahead of a potential recession, deepest yield curve inversion since 1980s, right? This is definitely very ridiculously hard and difficult hardships that you are facing, and it may happen that some people never escape this depression stage. However, if you do manage to accept what is the new situation bringing, right? What the new situation actually brings, what this new opportunity kind of like opens the door to something else, right? It will lead you to a different place, maybe different than what you imagined to be for your ideal situation, for your dream come true. Maybe it will take more play, more times, more people to meet, more skills. However, as soon as you get acceptance and you consider that lesson learned and you agree to move on, this is where the world starts opening with open hands to you, with open arms, bringing many opportunities, right? So moving on, you do have to find acceptance within this grief cycle. And every time you lose a lot, every time you're devastated, every time you lead yourself to financial ruin, you have to reach the point from cognitive dissonance, fighting this disbelief and denial, delusional bubble, and basically accepting that. This is your new situation. Okay, I've lost. What now? And speaking of that, the situation is that there is no holy grails existing. No holy grails exist in trading. And regardless if you use RSI or if you use ADX or if you use trend following signals, breakouts, moving averages, Bollinger Bands, and so on and so forth, you will always face losses. While profits are not guaranteed, this is a very asymmetric situation, right? The profits are extremely hard to generate. They are very difficult because we are fighting with the market, with something that is very, very far, out of any control of ours. We cannot control that. In fact, the market is what controls us, right? So there are no holy grails in trading. And as soon as you understand that losses are inevitable, that you will have to go through this grief cycle on and on and on, over and over again, reaching this acceptance, which, by the way, may be helped and aided by meditations, by prayer. I do pray every day. I do listen to gospel every morning when I'm running. I do pray, and those prayers, that's form of meditation, they may help you reach acceptance. They may help you reach this confirmation that, okay, this is my new situation. I'm feeling okay, somewhat okay with that. What now? What is the plan? Right? So unblocking this and understanding that no holy grails exist in trading, and losses are inevitable, are part of game, and you cannot avoid them because they are going to come out of completely exogenous, unexpected signals, right? So death, assassinations of presidents of different countries, have happened in history, and they do cause a lot of turmoil in the market, right? So you cannot predict something like that. You cannot predict with the charts when the COVID strikes, or you cannot predict when the asteroid crashes into Earth, or when the dinosaurs, just come from the extinction back again on the planet Earth, right? Or the Martians attack. You have no idea what's going on in the future, and it's fine. You don't have to know the future to make money off of it, right? So very interesting point, I think, is that having this understanding that no holy grails exist in trading, fighting this persistence and discipline is exactly what's going to be essential to help you design the good trading system, right? And that's where we're getting to the point where basically I'm disclosing my system, explaining my system for how it's made me over $500,000 in profit in just 2 months, right? And in order to understand that, we have to make sure that you have the awareness that trading system is a set of strict, rigid rules that you oblige yourself to follow, right? There's guidelines, there's rules, very strict formulas that you will repeat over and over again with no distinctions, with no differences, with no exclusions, right? Day in, day out, or month in, month out, depending on what your risk tolerance is or what your goal is. You have to oblige to follow these specific factors creating the trading system. And we're talking about the markets. You have to understand that what kind of markets I trade. It's very difficult to trade all the markets, all the trading pairs, all the assets in the world, right? You have to pick one, you have to pick two, maybe three, and that's best, right? That's the best you can do. You cannot control your positions when there are 10,000 positions open, and there are so many positions you can get open at any time, every second. It's impossible. You have to focus that your system, when it's managed well, when it's really robust, when it's tested and basically, just back tested well and proven to work in sample as well as out of the sample, then it's fine, right, to utilize and try to apply that to different markets. However, start with one, pick your favorite market, for example, Bitcoin USD, right? Then argue your position sizing. So how much you buy or sell, right? What you trade, what you buy, what you sell, and then how much of it you want to buy and sell, right? So this is where the risk control regime starts on coming on. And some people will use this heuristic, this easy to apply solution, this rule of thumb, where 2% of account may not be exposed to risk over that, right? So do not expose more than 2% of your account at a time. It means that if you plan to have 5 different positions open, then all of them together at once should not exceed 2% account risk. It doesn't mean that you have to apply 2% of your portfolio to there. Of course, if you want to lose everything, then so be it, right? Then no more than 2% of your portfolio. However, by having, let's say, 2% or 4%, of a stop loss distance, right, to your entry for whatever the stop loss is defined, then you may, invest even 50% of your account and you would still lose 2%, right, if it's actually just stopped out. So being able to follow this markets and position sizing takes us all further to entries. When? How do I time my buy and sell? What defines this trigger, right? Is it a moving average crossover? Is it a moving average crossing over higher? Or is it a double moving average crossover? Or is it me selling, after a volatility spike, or buying on the exogenous news, right? Whatever that is, you have to make sure that you're following that very religiously. Exits, right? How do I exit out of the winning position? What defines my exit? When do I know that I should close my winning position? Then stops. If the things go wrong, if the things go south, you have to apply protective stops in order to limit your losses. Otherwise, you lead yourself to ruin. And it's considered that if any trading system exceeds 20% of loss at a time on account, it needs to be basically just thrown away. It needs to be put in the trash, and need to start all over again. No trading system should allow a major position loss, a major account loss greater than 20% at any time. And then finally, tactic or technique, which is where we apply different technical analysis styles, right? So we're talking about the moving averages, or trading trend following, or mean reversion, or perhaps exogenous signals, or you recognize certain chart patterns that you want to follow, right? Like symmetrical triangles and so on. So with all that, there is a little bit of easier, perhaps, cheat sheet that I created as well for you. If you're a visual learner, right, and you want to have it all, feel free to get this PDF and basically hang it on your wall, print it out, put it up in front of you, frame it, have this trading plan printed, right? This is a template that is basically showing and saying everything that I said. So risk management, targets, stops, time frame. Pick your favorite strategy, right? Which it is. I'm a position trader. My trading strategy, the Burbicator Pro high time frame trailer that I'm going to talk to you in a moment about, that has made me over $500,000. It took 2 months to make it happen, right? It means it's not going to happen overnight. Just maybe if you're the degenerate trader and you're a risk-seeking gambler, some of you, maybe 1 or 0.1% will win. However, most of the people will lose if they pick the wrong time frame. Markets, right? What kind of markets? Just like we said, entries and conditions, trending or ranging. So feel free to apply that at any time. And before we move to the next point, before we move to the high time frame trailer, and before we move on to the full explanation of my private trading system tutorial, just a quick glimpse, let's talk about mindset, right? What is needed? Like I said, the mindset is need to be set right? So losses will occur. Just you have to learn how to keep them small. The profits will not occur necessarily in clumps. That some profits at times, it's not that every Friday you're going to have a profit from the market. It's You cannot plan something like that. The market is not giving like this. At times, for most of the 2022, I was just jumping back inside, with this system, jumping back inside and chopped in sideways when the market was trending down on an average, right? On the dominant side of it. The dominant tendency was trending down. And every time I would jump in, when I would buy Bitcoin, it would basically knock me out on the stops many, many times, 7 out of 10 times. I would have protective stops, so the losses will be kept small. However, those trading system indicators, this high time frame trailer trend indicator that I use, help me protect my capital, preserve it when the markets were crashing. So instead of losing 70% of my portfolio value, or 80% of portfolio value, or even 90, I've lost maybe 15 or 20, right? And now I made it all back in 2 trades. Does that make sense? Right, so be organized, be disciplined. Emotions will cause yourself to try to distract you. You will try to detach yourself from your plan. You have to learn how to fight your emotions, how not to give in. Plan needs consistency, right? Test and feel free to back test the situation again, and the back tests are shown later in the PDF. So be disciplined, right, and follow your tested plan perfectly. That's it. That's about it, right? That's what I did. And like I said, this is a full back test of the strategy that I'm using. This is actually this is a simplest two moving averages crossing over 50 and 200-day average, right? So it's very simple system. Here it fully described how it works. Risk per trade 1.5%, and a full 30-day plan on how to basically get to the title, right? Which is how to turn absolute worst investment mistakes into profitable trading strategy in under 30 days. This is a 30-day plan for how you can improve. And this gives you a better, deep understanding of how the trading systems work and what you need, right? So feel free to, again, go to the burbnest.com/PDF, the burbnest.com/PDF. We set it up this way for your easy search, and get your free PDF, download it, and it's there. You can use it, read it at any time. It's free of any charge. I'm not going to charge you, promise. Pinky promise a cent for it, a broken cent. It's free, it's open. Enjoy. It's time to move on. Like I mentioned, this video is actually a little bit of a short glimpse, short guide, and short tutorial into, well, something that you're otherwise going to get later today, a chance and opportunity to get the full course structured step by step, how you can build your wealth with this system trading of mine, right? Perhaps it's going to work fine for you. Perhaps it's going to be ridiculously bad, and you're going to say, fuck it, that's not for me. I prefer degenerate gambling and blowing up my accounts 50 times a day. Who knows? Maybe it works and serves you better. Let's see, however, like I promised to explain how I made $500,000, right? So you know about the basics and what it's needed for a religious following to your private trading system, right? To your trading system, this rigid religious set of rules and guidelines that you follow, that you're obliged to follow. And that is basically your recipe for success, right? So I took this, what I'm teaching you right now, and I applied it for my own strategy, right? And this is where I was able to make public calls. And with this graphic, with this confirmation, with my proof, with my orders, screenshots that I posted in Discord, right? I keep posting that in Discord every day. Every position, every trading stop loss is basically updated here. Every new position open, right? And it's there. So every time I open a new position, I do preach it and show it off to our members, right? And every time a new position kicks in, I post it on my private trading channel, and it's on and going on and on and on. By the way, there are more hoodies, right? I didn't publish just yet, but on Twitter, but there are more hoodies. So feel free to stay tuned for that, right? You may pick yours and get some cool stuff and bucket it. So like I said, very public calls. Every call was public. I made public tweets when I open a position, when I close a position. I admit all the losses. There were lots of losses, right? It's very difficult to fit them all together in one picture. I lose 70% of the time with my trading trend following strategy. They are the most profitable ones, right? They are the ones that perform the best. So having high win rate, you have to decide if you want to have a high win rate, which means big certainty of profits, or big reliability, big profitability rate, and low profits, or you want to have infrequent profits, but they are extremely large. So I'm the second category. right? I'm back in the second category, and this is called trend following. I position myself in the direction of the trend. I allow myself to get chopped in here in the middle when Bitcoin just ranges, right? Because when it ranges, it's lacking the structure. It's basically moving and chopping all around, catching you up, getting you out on the stop losses. And every time I have a breakout on a stop loss, I get stopped and I lose. However, because I keep my stop losses tight and following this system, showing me off this automatic levels for generating the stops based on ATR, based on triple average volatility indicator, then I'm able to keep the losses small. And for the sake of it, like I said, once in a while, when the Bitcoin just trades and chops around, it eventually will catch up on this larger trend, this larger tail, and it will persist, because trend following means following the trend, running along with the trend. So when the trend emerges, well, you assume that every breakout is a new trend. However, 70% of the time you're going to be wrong. Still, 30% of the time you're going to be right. And those 30% of winning long exponential rallies that you see, like this one here that I wrote publicly, from 16900s all the way to 22800s. I got a little bit chopped, somewhere in the sideways in here. And then I entered with around 22,100, and the position is running, right? 22,100, just like I said, the position was very, very much disclosed in my Discord everywhere, right? It's public. All my entries are public. I keep showing off my orders, right? The very same time that I say I'm buying, I'm really doing this. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. And we are talking about high six figures, right? Orders. So this one was an entry of $715,000, right? So this is over $700,000 entry, and now of course it's close to $900,000. It's just I'm trading the stop loss higher, right? So there is this real transparency and proof that I do preach and that I do practice, that I wanted to show you, right? With all order screenshots that are very organic, very real, and that I post publicly. How it works is basically that I have my private trading system, like I said, that is called the high time frame trader. And I do apply that on 12-hour time frame. And I do trade mainly Bitcoin USD spot price, right? So I'm not trading that on futures. It may work on futures. However, this 12 hours means that I will not expose myself to frequent signals. At times, I open a position once a month on average, right? Perhaps once in a while it will come every week, every 2 weeks. Maybe I will, if the trends develop, I will have to wait for months. If you have a look and scroll back, see what was going on. Following this system is what I did. And this basically triggered the bear. It gets me inside for a trade, with a little bit of chop. That tells me to open a position, then to close it because of noise and fake signals. However, 30% of the time, they are going to be showing this incredibly persistent downwards trending movements in the bear market, and incredibly strong persistent movements in the upwards market, right? In the bull market. So if you follow that well, you may literally, again, just jump inside here. That's the walls around $28,000 or $30,000. Rally it all the way, with a little bit of chop, jumping back inside towards 50, then exiting, with a little bit of, again, capital preservation towards 40, rallying all the way to 65, and so on, right? So if you manage that well, it can really serve you like crazy. Just take a look at this one, right? So here you had an entry at $20,000, and you basically just rallied 100% with not a single stop for, what was that, like December all the way to January, for a month nonstop, or for 2 months, right? So this is the length, this is my orientation, this is my, I should say, point of interest in terms of the time frame and the time scopes, right? That I will not trade anything that is short term. So I allow and agree to have many losses, frequent but small losses, and I agree to make it back with infrequent, with rare, uncommon wins that are strong and persistent. And we're talking about letting ourselves chop, a little bit in the sideways, because that's what the market does, triggering a couple of fake entries. Okay, I lose 7 out of 10 trades. However, those 3 trades, just the ones that I pulled off, over the last 2 months, which was this one, taking me from 16900s all the way to 22800s with also high six-figure sales entry, right? Here, just getting allow myself a little bit cheaper, again, got me out 22800. Sorry, it was 23,700 that the signal triggered. I've waited for an entry of around 21,700 is that where the signal triggered. So 22 is actually a little bit of my slippage. Timing, I need to close, and I need to wait until my position is validated by the daily close. And when I do so, I rally along with it. And this high time frame trailer stop adjusted based on average volatility is adjusting, telling me to trail higher. And that's how I basically trail all my profits, right? So pulling off this for 2 or 3 Bitcoin trades on your side, or maybe 5 different Bitcoin trades on your side can easily make you big buck in quite a short period of time, right? And following that consistently, no matter you lose or no matter you win, without emotions. I'm not necessarily kind of like happy anymore about trading, if you will, right? I don't really care much that I made, this money. It's fine. However, it doesn't make me happy, right? It's not that I wake up happier every morning because of that. It's just there. It's fine, right? I mean, it's cool. I can use it in good purpose and I will, obviously. However, you have to get to the point where the emotions do not trigger. You are completely indifferent towards your money, right? You don't care if you lose 100, 200K. I've lost so much fucking money in my career, hundreds of thousands of dollars and no more, right? And liquidated my account so many times. And I'm still here making half a mil every 2 months, right? So hopefully, and it's just getting started. And it's just getting started. This is the very start of the bull market. This is the start of the bull market, gents. Like, see, long-term indication is as well here. We've triggered the long-term sale after the bear market, the long-term signal for entry after the bear market, the first one that come in over a year. Take this. this is just getting started, I promise. Right? So, long story short, see, it may give you that following this type of system, this long trends promoting basically, you may rally along from $5,000 all the way to 60, right? So this is with the power of trends, those exponential rallies, right? You don't care about getting chopped in this local sideways, right? You don't care about having few losses, feeding a loss aversion and having low rewards. I'm basically counting off those massive tails that give me exponential rallies that make back and cover for all those tiny losses that I had in the channels, right? So that's what I do for a living. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing for many years, and it's paying off very very well, right? So again, if I were to show with just a little bit of an explanation, great analyst in my team, Pedro, actually put together this nice file, nice document, for proving the testing, the back testing for our members, and it's just the first time I'm showing it off here. However, system tech testing methodology was basically that it's showing you the rules for this actual system. It's showing you the entry, right? So that you open a position close above the current time frame trailer is the first step, right? You have to have the validated 12-hour close above certain threshold to trigger a bull or bear. So you have to make sure, just like it is, let's say here, back to the 12-hour chart. This signal is going to be valid that if we break below 26555 on Bitcoin on the daily or mid-daily time frame, it means that it's validated. And if there is enough of follow through, exceeding the average volatility triple times, then this triggers a sell signal for me, right? And I would basically follow these rules, right? So you first have to wait for a signal, not intraday, but just wait for the session to close above or below specific entry point, and entry at open price after previous bar triggered an entry, right? So you open on the next open price, right? And that's it. And it's really producing those good results, right? And exiting the position is again closing below critical current time frame trailer, right? So current time frame trailer, high time frame trailer, in my case, it's the same. Those are both belonging under the Burb Nest. The Burb Nest, amazing, incredible system generator that is called Burbicator Pro, a set of incredible indicators, custom ones designed for us. And you exit a position after previous bar trigger, right? So this is this, and the results are here. It's much tested in sample, out of sample, in many coins, and you can tell that it's just producing the returns and just producing critical relevance to it, right? So following this system, following this important set of points is basically what it's made me $500,000 in 2 months. As easy as that, right? And like I said, everything is public, everything is transparent. It was me saying, 550K in profit in 2 months. Of course, like I'm saying, everything was called out publicly. I've got all the calls public, so you can feel free to scroll through my Twitter. It's going to be all there, right? This is no gimmick, no one trick pony, no, basically no doubt about that. Like, I made it transparent and public, and it's just me enjoying making money. And I want to give you so much more when you come to the Burb Nest and get a full proper course. And before I go, I want to show you off this special offer, right? The newsletter subscribers and the premium Burb Nest, the Burb Nest members already got their offer yesterday, right? Basically, I know, like I said, that there are lots of hardships and difficulties. It's not easy. The banking system is at the edge of a collapse. We are still talking about high inflation and those post-pandemic revelations that businesses close, many people lose their jobs. Lots of uncertainty, lots of incredible losses, and shop in a market that is completely independent, right? You cannot control that. And I always, as the Burb Nest, we've always come to address that. We've always come to the rescue. Over the last 6 years, we did that many times, and every time there were significant hardships, we would make it easier for you to learn and come to join us. That is why, for a very limited time, for like, 5 days, less than 5 days, that you're going to be able to sign up with a ridiculously reduced pricing of $99 a month from what it is right now, from $350 a month if you were to pay monthly. So this is a ridiculously reduced pricing, and only 99 people, only 99 members, top loyal members, are going to be rewarded with that. And there is a special coupon code that is called BURB99. The BURB99 is the coupon that you apply at the checkout, and you receive this special trading bundle, including this exclusive Nest Club membership to help you find your proper guidance in the market, get back on the feet, basically avoiding lots of stress, a lot of uncertainty, and lots of scammers right out there. We've been here for years. We've got you tons of materials, tons of education. If you've watched this and you know this is true what I'm saying, then just imagine how cool it's going to be if you are joining the Burb Nest at $99 a month with, guess what, with money back guarantee. So there is the special guarantee that I named 110% never lose guarantee. Basically, what it says that if you follow the Burb Nest, if you follow our premium membership for 14 days straight and you get no successful result from us, from me, from my team, I'm going to pay you back money, or you can get a free special strategy consultation with me or my team, basically to decide what's wrong and how you can improve that, right? So either way, you are covered, either money back, or if you choose so, you can have special consultation, which is priced at $374. Actually, way more valuable than just this money back itself. So this money back comes at $99 a month, and then you receive special hoodie, 3 special PDFs that are going to come with your premium trading bundle, special checklist, so many different valuable tools that you're going to be able to apply for the Profitable Day Trader Toolkit, right? At the same time, you're going to get this special, freshly released Be Pro course. Like I said, what you've experienced here through this video is just a short, sweet moment. What I'm going to teach you to follow, along with a special PDF course to that, with a special tutorial, special guide over the next weeks. If you sign up for $99 a month for this ridiculously low price, and well, the problem is, the only issue is that it's scarce, and that because this is a prototype offer, it is just calling to your needs and answering your feedback and multiple DMs that I've received about the hardships. Then it means that it may expire at any time, right? If many people watch this video, basically it means that you're going to be potentially facing out of stock orders, right? It may happen that it will just expire right, because like I said, only 99 top player members are going to be able to get this chance, right? Otherwise, after that, the offer goes away, the bonuses go away, the hoodies are not given anymore, the PDFs go off, disappear, and and the Beeper course is just not going to be active anymore. So some of the coupons were already used because, like I said, early bird offer. Some of the coupons were already used because early bird offer is already there for hanging for many, many hours. I'm going to drop a link into the video description to this video, to this YouTube video. If you search close enough and very, very rush, then it may happen that you may still catch your free hoodie bonus, your Be Pro course, special guarantee with money back or free consultation, and basically come and learn to get profitable trading guidance from me. My team as the only CMT charter market technician from Poland. And this is incredible. This is incredible because I always love to help, right? And reducing this price is from over $350 just to $99 a month. This is not going to come back, right? This is only for the next couple of days, or the first come, first serve until it rounds out of the stock, which may happen at any time. It may happen today if enough people watch this video. I'm going to drop this also on Twitter, so it's not public even anymore, right? It's not even public just yet. I wanted to say it's not public just yet. So before it goes public, you may want to catch it, right? Get this trading bundle, like I said, with money back guarantee. Pick your special hoodie that otherwise would come with only 4 month for yearly subscriptions. Now you can get it for free as a bonus, along with the people course, along with the money back guarantee. If you go ahead and join and click in the special coupon that you're going to get with Burb99, apply that at the coupon at a checkout, and it's going to be yours. That's how you can get back on your feet real fast. That's how you can get basically to stop losing, to stop getting wrecked, stop blowing up your accounts ridiculously when the bull market is just getting started. So you may want to get prepared for when the huge rallies will really come. Because there are so many waitings. There are so many waiting right ahead. It would be pity and a shame if you lose all your money that you've got to scammers, to fake gurus, to market itself for making ridiculously mistakes, ridiculously stupid mistakes. And I've made many of those. So I know what I'm talking about. I've been there, I've done that. And now I can help you get there. If you're ready, make sure you hit the link below in the video description to this video before the offer goes public, because it may happen that we're going to run out of space. And like I said, only 99 traders from all around the world of 8 billion people are going to be able to get their monthly subscription at $99 before the offer goes off, taking away all the hoodies, taking away all the bug people courses, all my private guidance, all the PDF guides, and the offer goes away. Get it before it goes off. That's all I've got for you today. God bless you. See you around. And on to the next one. Bye-bye.